Arsenal have a massive game around the corner with a trip to a forest ground looming. Mikel Arteta's men need to be prepared, as transfer deadline is also not far away. So today we'll reveal who Arsenal's late signing may be. Get the breaking news regarding the future of Mikel Arteta. Discuss the impact of the massive news about Jurgen Klopp and find out why Arsenal's season could be set to explode.
Saka's corner. Controlled by Declan Rice.
Welcome back to Arsblog Podcast. I hope you guys are doing great and enjoying yourself as I get you Arsenal latest news. But going into our updates, if you are new, please you can just subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss out on any of our Arsenal updates, and also click the like button if you've been enjoying our videos. Thank you. As we start off with Arsenal's forward dilemma, Arsenal have a new wonder kid in the making, the name of Cheeto Obi Martin, a Danish youth international, making some fine start earlier this season, who posted as he scored 10 goals for the Arsenal under-16 in the 14 goals to 3 against Liverpool, saying "I love this club," and the 16 years old has already trained with Arteta's first team. To be at that level at 16 years of age, Martin seen by many as a golden generation of new talents. Not only has this guy got potential, but interest is growing. According to reports, Borussia Dortmund are keen on signing Arsenal youngster Cheeto Obi, but Arsenal are desperate to convince Cheeto to stay, and reported by Fabrizio that Arsenal wonder kid was recently linked with Borussia Dortmund. Of course, Dortmund are always tracking talents around the world. They know the boy well and they've been scouting him multiple times, but there's nothing else so far. He's an important piece of Arsenal's future, and so there's nothing imminent happening. However, they can't offer a big contract until he is 17. The only thing Arsenal can do right now is offer the player a scholarship, like the way they did in the case of Ethan Nwaneri, who has just signed his Arsenal contract, saying, "Growing up as a Gooner, it was always a dream of mine to play for this club. I grew up near the stadium in Islington, and all of my family are Arsenal fans too. I've always been Arsenal at heart. There's no better place for me to do it than right here, so we need to look at our youngsters, from Ethan Nwaneri to Lewis Skelly Miles and now Cheeto Martin. Can Mikel Arteta show these youngsters if they train correctly and play a high level, there is a route for them into the Arsenal first team with the like of Fabregas, Saga and co. There's also another youngster's future getting interesting. We are talking of Charles Sago Jr., player who Arteta gave a surprise start earlier this season, and we can see our captain pushing him forward to the fans, according to George Bird. Sago Jr. is now close to securing a loan move away from Arsenal after being withdrawn from the club's under-21 squad to face Wolves last night. Talking of forwards though, let's go to the Serie A. According to Graham Bailey, Arsenal remain interested in signing Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic as the Italian giants attempt to get a new contract finalized. Having struggled at the start of the season, Vlahovic has picked up massive form recently. 7 goals contributions in his last 5 appearances. That takes Vlahovic to a total 12 goals in 15 starts this season from 9.87 expected goals, 0.6 goals per game from 3.4 shots per game, and 1.3 shots on target with an impressive 18% goal conversion. Arsenal are a team that are very good at getting the ball into the box. In fact, in terms of the Premier League this season, Arsenal have generated 825 touches in the opposition box, miles more than any other team. Arteta is now looking for his goal puncher and box difference maker, someone to take the fine margins in Arsenal's favor. That's why we need to focus on Vlahovic's latest goal from Juventus corner that causes chaos. The ball lands into the box, and look at how Vlahovic comes alive, instinctively smashing the ball into the back of the net. Arsenal are looking for a natural goal scorer, and that's why you've also got more targets in the Serie A. So what's happening with Victor Osimhen? The Napoli man is currently with Nigeria, African Cup of Nations, who was involved in the against Cameroon, smashing them 2-0, putting up a 7.4 rating with 1 assist, 33 touches, only 5 accurate passes, but 1 big chance created, and 6 ground duels won with 5 aerial duels won. But he hasn't had clinical tournament, only 1 goal in 4 games, a total of 5 big chances missed. But we should understand top strikers always miss chances. Let's think back to last season. The player that missed the most big chances in the Premier League was Erling Haaland. he's of a similar level, always able to make himself a chance. The issue for Arsenal is we have some clear competition. We are talking of Todd Boehly. Chelsea. According to Saga, as things stands, the player favors a move to Chelsea in the summer. Now, Arteta will be the most important part of this transfer if it's going to happen. An example is in the case of Declan Rice, who Man City were also interested in, but Arteta was able to convince him to join Arsenal. But we also need a player who is willing to play for a football club. There may be a reason why rumors have come out that Ivan Toney is also main target in the summer transfer deadline is around the corner though, and Arsenal fans are wondering if could we sign a short-term striker. But who do you think we should sign? Because we haven't made a move for a striker this window, from Ivan Toney to Victor Osimhen, players that are at the highest quality of their position. Also realized that Arsenal want to improve their team to actually beat Man City. The aim should be to only sign level races player. But what is happening with the future of Mikel Arteta, as we all know that their report claiming Barcelona are interested in the manager since last season, as they were not convinced with the management of Xavi Hernandez despite winning the La Liga for them last season. And why are top clubs like Barcelona interested in Arteta? Arteta is one of the talented young coach in the world right now, with a high mentality, and knows how to grow up young players. But as things stand, Xavi Hernandez has spoken about his future, saying, "I've decided to leave Barcelona at the end of the season," and he was asked if he could change his mind in case he win the Champions League this season, but responded no chance. And this news has bothered some Arsenal fans about the future of Mikel Arteta, with the rumors of Barcelona's interest in Arteta, and they were shocked of the news, as reports claim that Mikel Arteta has reportedly informed his entourage that he is leaving Arsenal at the end of the season, which was very shocking to the Arsenal fans. But they are confirmed that it was a fake news, as Sky Sports confirmed later yesterday that the news has been told Mikel Arteta is going nowhere, with reports in Spain linking him to the Barcelona job. Arteta is a great manager with great potentials, and we saw that last season. We know that we didn't win the Premier League, but we pushed them to the point that we almost get our hands on the trophy, and that has been the closest we've been for the past 2 decades now. And will his leaving affect Arsenal? And do you think Arsenal's fans should be afraid about the future of Arteta? And who do you think Arsenal are going to sign if eventually Arteta leave at the end of the season? Would you want Arsenal to for the like of Xabi Alonso and Roberto de Zerbi? Drop your view in the comments section below. Thank you. And talking of these two guys, after the recent breaking news when Liverpool's head coach Jurgen Klopp has announced that he will leave Liverpool at the end of the season, a team that currently stands 5 points clear in the league, and will be fired up to make sure club leaves on a high. And as report claims, Xabi Alonso and Roberto de Zerbi are the club's top target. Moving on to Arsenal midfield target, coming from England, more specifically Leicester City. According to David Ornstein, Arsenal admire Kiernan Drewsbury-Hall. However, Brighton are now already in negotiations with Leicester, who want £30 million. Brentford are also in the race, with the 25 years of age who has been on fire this year with 9 goals and 9 assists in the Championship. Leicester almost guaranteed a return to the Premier League next season, standing 7 points clear the top of the Championship. When you talk about a natural shocker replacement, Kiernan Drewsbury-Hall stands up massively, a left-footed number 8 profile whose heat map shows he thrives on the left half spaces. What I like about the profile is the fact that he's dynamic, able to provide an overlap that could definitely help Martinelli. But what about Arsenal's Premier League targets? According to Saga, as things stands, Arsenal's FFP situation is currently stalling their efforts to sign Everton midfielder Amad Onana. However, a sale this month could change everything. The intriguing things for me is their profile. From the quick feet of Kiernan Drewsbury-Hall to the powerhouse of Onana, it's very superb. I can only see us signing just one in the summer. Which profile would you guys prefer? But if also we are going to sell one player before transfer deadline day, it looks like it may be a defender, according to Sportsbio. Liverpool are among the clubs monitoring Wolves left back Ryan at Nouri, with sources saying a summer move is going to be possible, as both clubs are laying the ground for potential switch. He's only 22 years of age and a full Algerian international. He was part of the AFCON, but they've been knocked out. His profile is different to Alex Zinchenko, with his heat map showing he's very comfortable at bursting forwards, even though Arteta loves his inverted fullbacks with the quality of Rayan at Nuri inside for at Gabriel Martinelli. The idea of giving him a more natural overlapping fullback could really give Arsenal a new dynamic going forwards. That fullback area is definitely most interesting because you've even got Cedric Soares, who Ben Jacob says Galatasaray have entered a race to sign Cedric Soares. They're looking for a permanent transfer and not a loan. Not only could Arsenal open up space, but you also have to think about Jurrien Timber if Arsenal don't make a move for a fullback. Could that be a sign that Timber is closer to returning than we think, according to David Ornstein says? Though there is a possibility of some defensive reinforcement that would be a reactive movie to things happening in the market. Arsenal are looking at players, but anything can still happen. As we all know, January window is always about opportunities. Let's go back to last January transfer. Trossard and Jorginho were January opportunities, and even our current captain Martin Odegaard was once a January opportunity, who was convinced to leave Madrid by Arteta. Moving on to the other Arsenal news today, but before jumping there, if you are new watching this video, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss out on our next updates, and if you enjoy this video, please click the like button. As we jump into the other news, Tomiyasu currently at the Asia Cup, and he's a part of the starting lineup as Japan beat Indonesia 3-1, with Tomiyasu playing as a right center back and putting up a very decent performance. An overall 7.4 rating with 3 ground duels won and 4 aerial duels alongside 90 accurate passes and 3 accurate long balls, which means Japan finished second in their group and have now qualified for the knockout stages. That means Tomiyasu is still going to be unavailable for the next few weeks. But talking of defenders, let's talk Gabriel Magalhaes, as the Premier League have confirmed that Gabriel has now been accredited for the second goal in Arsenal's 5-0 victory over Crystal Palace on Saturday, following an appeal by the club against a decision. After it was initially awarded as a Dean Henderson own goal, that means that Gabriel now has 3 goals this season and is now become Arsenal joint second highest scoring defender in Premier League history. That also means another assist for Bukayo Saka. And let's talk about our next game, as we take on Nottingham Forest away from home today, and we are expecting a long-awaiting Thomas Partey, as we confirmed the massive news before the game that Thomas Partey is back in full training, a massive part of Arsenal's successful season last year. Thomas Partey has a unique ability to play incisive passes. The plan going into this year was a Rice Partey Odegaard midfield, but one we've only seen 3 times. 2 in which we were able to beat Man City, for Arsenal to now be able to call upon that quality of midfield. We could see an explosion, because in terms of midfield threes, how many are there better than those 3 in the league? But in terms of Forest, here's how I think all lineup will be. Going with a Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko back 4, with the midfield of Rice, Harvard and Odegaard, and a front 3 of Martinelli, Jesus and Saka. This game is going to be very important, especially to make a biggest statements that we are still in the title race and let them know that Arsenal really are once again that team. We have come to the end of our transfer updates. If you are new, if you want to follow your boy in all of the social medias, then the links are down below in the description, and I hope you really enjoy this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are new, and also turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss our next updates. Also click the like button. Of course, the window is quiet, but as you guys know, anything is possible at any moment, so stay tuned as always, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care, see you in the next video. Thank you.